That's a good game. It's not on my list because I haven't played it.
Yeah, we need to do that.
I know. Someday.
Over the rainbow. Hey folks, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Sam.
I'm JT.
And this is our bottom 5. That is to say, our numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10 games that are on BGG's top 100. BGG stands for Board Game Geek.
That's me.
That's all of us. .com. It's a website that has a database of over 85,000 games in their database.
Yeah.
And they have a ranking system, and multiple users are able to provide their input, and that's how they come up with their top 100 ranked games.
Like put an algorithm that puts it all together.
And I have no idea what that algorithm looks like.
I have no idea. Yeah.
But anyway, this is our bottom 5, our numbers 10 through 6 of those top 100 games.
I'm gonna get beat up.
I don't think you are. You're more of a BGGite than I am, I think. But I will include where the games fell on the top 100.
Yep.
In our list. So that's pretty much it. There's not any really further explanation needed. So we're just going to jump right to it. Let's hit it. All right, my number 10 was number 83 on the top 100.
Dipping low in the barrel.
Yep, it certainly was. I like this
you do your
game
ratings?
a lot.
Your
Complexity?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do that.
I thought this one would be a fun one.
Okay. Well,
My average is 3.63.
Mine's not going to be anywhere near that.
I only have one game on here that's under 3, actually.
My goodness. You're not going to get beat up at all then. I am.
Well, I might get beat up for this one being 10.
All
Go
right.
ahead with your 10.
My number 10 is a game that I really enjoy, and a lot of people have poo-pooed it. I'm actually surprised it was on the top 100 because of how many people have poo-pooed it.
That's not a good word.
It is now. This one is called Harmonies. Harmonies is,
People like it.
People do like it, but a
like
lot
it
of
quite a
people
bit.
don't like it as well.
I think there's enough of a light game following for it to be there.
Absolutely.
So,
my main thing with this is that it is a hugely aesthetically pleasing game, and on top of that, I also enjoy the gameplay as well. I love the idea of figuring out the puzzle to maximize points on each of your different animals and how you're going to kind of map out your little player board so that you can maximize all of the different animals that you're collecting. Sure. I really like that puzzle a lot, and on top of that, I love those little transparent cubes that are different colors. I love those little things. I don't know why, but I also like the 3D value of having to stack things up and building your tableau out. It's just, I really enjoy it, and I've enjoyed it for a long time. Those people that poo-poo it, take a long walk off a short pier.
and take a swim. I don't mind swimming. I like swimming. Why not? All right. Well, my number 10, people are going to be like, why is it so low? It's not even on his list, so I don't know why I care.
It probably isn't.
My number 10 is from Paul Denon and Direwolf. It is number 6 and number 12 on BGG. I think that's, you just got to have one in the, you just get, whatever. Anyways, number 6 and number 12 on BGG, and that is Dune Imperium or Dune Imperium Uprising. Which that's Dune Imperium Uprising is number 12.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that, and we talked about this a little bit, it's kind of weird that the same game gets 2 spots.
Yeah. Or 3, or sort. It is kind of weird. But in Dune Imperium, it's a worker placement game where you're doing hand management. Every time you place a worker down, you have to associate a card with that as well. That card's going to tell you where you can go on the board. You're collecting spice and solari and water so that you can accomplish your mission. You're putting troops out on the face of Arrakis so you can fight. And depending on what versions you have, there's sandworms and dreadnoughts and now Sardaukar that can go into the battle as well. There's intrigue cards, which any game that has those nice little cards that are hidden, like special abilities and stuff like that, you can do that add in power or giving you a free spice or whatever else. Those are always kind of cool to have in any game. But this is a very tight worker placement game. It's just extremely well designed.
Yeah.
And it's a great game. It's mechanically fantastic. So
Yep.
I really love this, and I love the Dune theme. So that is my number 10, Dune Imperium Uprising.
Good pick. It's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It is.
haven't played it that much. That's
Yep.
the only reason I didn't make it. I
I'm
like it.
playing Dune Imperium on the computer now. There's a
BGA.
app.
Oh,
there's
there's
an
an app.
Yep. I like that too.
That's cheating.
It needs all of the expansions and stuff, but it's fun.
Cheating. My number 9. I would imagine it's going to be on his list. It was number 35. And this is a great little 2-player game, cooperative, about landing a plane in various different airports, and that is Sky Team. Now, again, I've played this multiple times, but I've only played it at one time. So we played it multiple times at one time.
Yeah, one sitting.
At one sitting,
Yep.
and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy how you really have to work together to make sure that that plane lands, and it doesn't, run off the end of the runway and take out a bunch of cars on the highway, or whatever. I really enjoy this, and you have to land it properly. You can't just let it drop out of the air.
Right. Land at half a mile too early.
Well,
Yep.
I made it. No, I really enjoy this game. I think it's a great design. It's a great little cooperative game for just 2 players. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy cooperative games. Really.
Yeah, me too.
But I just think it's a great little game. So that's my number 9, number 35 on the top 100, Sky Team.
Nice. Sky Team's a good pick. And if you really like Sky Team, go out and pick up Turbulence, which is the expansion, because it adds new
Haven't played that
mechanics
yet.
and fog, and
Oh, jeez.
it's horrible.
Man, it's horrible.
It's horribly
It's
fun.
sadistic.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, my number 9 is number 1 on BGG, where it belongs. Well, no, it should be along
What?
at number
If
9.
it's number 9, how does it belong in number 1?
Well, it should be up there pretty close. All right. My number 9 is number 1 on BGG, and that is from Roxley Games, and that is Brass Birmingham. Brass Birmingham is a game where you're creating a network on, in Birmingham or in England, I guess, industrial England, where you're building up coal plants and, iron plant or copper. It's not copper. Is it iron?
I have no
I don't
idea.
know what it is. Iron.
Feels like work. That's
Steel.
what this
I
game
don't know what
feels
they call
like.
it. Steel or iron.
Feels like you're clocking in.
But yeah, you are. No, you're not clocking in. It's a great.
like
it
it.
has a great hand management thing where you're playing a card, and that card you can either build on that city if it's a city, or you can build, or you can play that card for the type of building that's on that card. So if I'm building a brewery, I can play in brewery spaces. But it has to be connected to my network, and you're building this network to have manufactured goods and pottery and things like that, but you're also feeding an economy with coal and steel or iron, and then you're trying to ship those goods. And really shipping the goods is what, is the end result. And anytime you ship the goods, you have to have beer to go with it, because every good, it is a great mechanic from Lancaster to this one. That beer is a really cool mechanic. But you have to have that. It's kind of like making the deal, right? You're going to make it over a cocktail type of thing.
So
But
the truck drivers can all get DUIs.
that's right. No, you don't give it to the truck driver. You give it to the other person you're making the deal with.
I'm pretty sure they're the truck drivers.
And then the game comes in 2 ages. This is also a game where you can take out a loan, which is pretty important, taking them out in the right time and paying them back.
I'm telling you, if you want to take a break from work and still be able to tell your boss
That's
that
pretty
you were
much-
still working, play this game while you're at work.
And it comes in 2 ages. So you have a canal age, and then you have a railroad age. And they have different connections throughout the city. So some of the connections you can make in the canal age, you can't make in the railroad age. And the railroads are more expensive to build later. So there's just a lot of balance there. It's a really cool economy. It's a really cool network connection type of game. So, not to mention that it is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it does look good. That's
I
for sure.
really like that cover. It's one of my favorite. It's just a gorgeous game. So that's my number 9, number 1 on BGG, Brass Birmingham.
There you have it. All right, my number 8 is number 5 on the top 100, and this is probably by far the heaviest game on my list. It has slipped. It is still in my top 100, but it has slipped considerably just because it's so hard to get to the table. That is Twilight Imperium 4th edition. Reason it's so hard to get to the table is because it takes so stinking long. But I tell you what, it doesn't feel that long while you're playing it.
Sure.
It just doesn't. I don't think there's there can be moments of downtime if a battle happens and you're not involved in that battle. Even then, it's still kind of fun to watch the battle happen.
Yeah.
To see how it works out. So it is technically downtime, but it doesn't feel like downtime. And then the rest of the game, you are engaged from point A to point B, and it just doesn't feel like you've spent, in some cases, all day playing this game. We've organized events in the past where you start at 10 o'clock in the morning, you play until 2, you break for lunch, you play until 4 or 3 or 5.
In the morning?
No. You break for dinner, and then you finish sometime after dinner. That's just the way it goes, and it's not a bad way to spend a day.
No, it is not. It can't be a bad way to spend
it. It isn't. It's a very fun game. I really enjoy it. Just so hard to get to the table because it's a big commitment. But that's my number 8, Twilight Imperium 4th edition.
So who produces this game?
Fantasy Flight.
Fantasy Flight. You need to go talk to David Turchy and have him make a solo player variant.
Well, they came out with a rolling, right?
I know they need.
I'm sure they can probably do a solo mode as well.
All right, shout out to David Turchy. All right, well, my number 8 is not over the rainbow; it's under the rainbow. In fact, it's under the sea. Under the ocean. It's called Underwater Cities.
Underwater Cities
by one of my favorite people, Vladimir Suchi, and Delicious Games. It is number 49 on BGG, which is horribly low. Horribly low.
But it should be number 2, right underneath
it
Brass.
Should be number, it should be number 8.
Even though Brass was number 9 on
should be number 8. But anyways, Underwater Cities is a fantastic game where you're using cards as kind of a worker placement. Out on a board, you have different colored cards in your hand, and you're placing those cards out on this board. Based on where you place the card, you get the action of the location you place. But if you match the color of your card to the location that you place it on, then you get both actions, the one on the spot plus the one on the card, which can be really impactful if you can do those in the right times. But it's a game where as those cards go out around the table, they stay there. So those actions get blocked, and it gets tighter and tighter and tighter each round. Yep. It's also a game where you start out with very few resources, and you work like heck to use those resources as much as you can. Then at the end of the round, you get your income, you get another boatload of resources. A boatload was 5 instead of 2.
I think it's a submarine load.
A submarine load of resources, and then you go into the next round. And really, in Underwater Cities, you're building underwater domed cities. You're putting manufacturing and science stations and farm stations and things like that in them so you can create resources. You're building tunnels between your underwater domes, and then there are spaces on your boards, and even when you place your domes down, you may get a benefit or a bonus from that location when you place. And if you can connect across the board, then you can get benefits and scoring and things like that. So it's a really cool game. It's got a really nice mechanic with that placement of those cards. Underwater Cities, my number 8.
That's a good one. My number 7 is number 9 on the top 100.
Nice.
And I have always referred to this game as Star Wars in a box. That's exactly what this game is. There have been other games that have come out that have done well at depicting different aspects of the Star Wars universe. But this one is the original trilogy in a box, and they also threw in Rogue One with an expansion. This is called Star Wars Rebellion. It is a great, I'm just going to say it, 2-player game, but it's a huge 2-player game. You're going to spend probably 2.5 hours to 3 playing this game, even with just 2 players. So it's not your run-of-the-mill 2-player game, but it can be played with up to 4. I think you're doing the game a disservice at that
Sure.
point. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really designed. One player takes on the Imperials, and one player takes on the Rebels. And the Rebels are trying to survive a certain number of rounds, and the Imperials are trying to stamp out the rebellion. Period. End of discussion. But it's a lot of really cool card play, a lot of really cool character abilities, a great area control mechanisms that are in there. Just a lot of really cool stuff. And apparently, one of the best things that you can do in the game is take the Death Star and blow up Kashyyyk. I don't know why
That's
people love
rotten.
doing that the most, but
I was actually going to say the third player needs to get the Wookiee army, and they need to take over the whole galaxy.
I don't know if the Wookiees would be doing that. They just want to be left alone.
They could if they wanted to. It's about spurring them into action
There you go. It's like the Ents in Lord of the Rings.
by blowing up Kashyyyk.
So that is my number 7. It's a great game, and if you love Star Wars, you need to at least give it a look. Can't say it's going to be for everybody because it is a long, rather complex game, but it is fun. That's my number 7, Star Wars Rebellion.
Nice. My number 7 is number 61 on BGG.
Ooh, who's dipping into the... Yeah.
This is a game that everybody should own, but I don't think it's that readily available. So honestly, when games are that high and they're not really readily available, that's pretty cool too. But my number 7 is Oathsworn by Shadowborn Games. And I'm really excited. Mel has finished her schooling, and she's just doing her last little portfolio and stuff. So we're getting ready to start this back up. So I'm super excited for that. It may jump up higher on this list once we keep going.
Get playing them more. Yep.
What a great game. So in
that is a good game.
Oathsworn, it is a story-driven boss battler game, basically, that's split up into 2 parts. The first part is an exploration, visiting locations in a town, trying to find information about what's going on. If you do the right things in town at the right time, and there's a very much a timing element. If you do the right things in town, in the right time, then that might help you in the boss battle to come. You might get a little bit of information that will help you defeat whatever it is, but then you're going to go from that to a boss battle phase, which is on a hexagonal grid. Your characters have very specific card abilities that you use to do your attacks and combos and everything else, but those cards all have basically a time usage on them. So if it's a 4 time use, it might be really powerful, but it goes way over here and it takes a long time for you to get that card back. So you're really trying to be judicious in what you do and your actions, and trying not to get eaten by giant things and horrible creatures and stuff that comes out of the dirt. So
The horde of rats. Come on. That's like one of the most prolific, in-your-face
spoiler,
miniatures.
The first miniature is a giant rat.
Yeah, I mean, that's just...
Covered with rats. He's awesome.
It's coming.
All right.
You just got to know that.
Yep. All right, that's my number 7. Oathsworn, fantastic game.
That's a
Can't
great
wait
game.
to get it back.
Very good game. I've only played it once, which is why it didn't make my list. If I had more experience with it, it is a fantastic
I still have our stuff set aside just in case
Yes.
Sam ever comes
Well,
over.
you
and
just got to bring it
comes
over,
up.
man.
No, you got to come over to my house.
I keep asking you what we going to play
gotta
on
come
Friday.
to my house.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. All right, my number 6, the last one for me on this segment, was number 23. I would imagine this is going to be on JT's list, but I don't know for sure because he is a rogue wolf.
Weirdo.
But this one is Aliens in a Box, Nemesis. Number 23 on the top 100. My number 6. This is a really fun game. And now this is another one. I've only had one play of it, but I wanted to play it for so long. I played Oathsworn actually when I was still with the Dice Tower, when they were like campaigning it.
Nemesis.
No. I was talking.
You stepped back.
Guys, I stepped back because I've
Gotcha.
only played Oathsworn once. I didn't include it on the list.
Gotcha.
I've only played Nemesis once, but it is on the list. So I felt like I needed to explain that a little bit.
Gotcha.
This one, I wanted to play it for so long. I built it up, and it lived up to its hype, my own hype.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm including this one. I really enjoy this because I have been an Aliens fan, the movie, over the years. This is that franchise in a box, in a number of different ways, plus others. And I really enjoyed it. I've only played it once, but I really want to play it again. And it lived up to the hype. So that's why I included it. It's my number 6, Nemesis.
Sweet. My number 6, and the last one on this list, is way down, 93.
What? You gave me crap about 83? Come on, man.
93. I should give everybody else crap for having it so low. This is a great game, and it's kind of a funny thing about this game. This game is Revive by Aporta Games. The funny thing about Revive is the way that it came out and the way the initial reviews came out and everything else. People were like, oh yeah, we really like this game. It's a really cool game, but it's hard to get your head wrapped around and things like that. That's kind of how everything was prefaced originally. And I watched it and I thought about it. Some games I just sit on for a long time before I decide to jump on, or I'm just bored, or I go to a game store and I'm like, there it is. Let me try it finally.
Yeah.
That's one of these picks where I'm like, people were kind of saying they loved it, but they were scared of it, kind of. This is a fantastic game.
There you go.
Absolutely fantastic game. In Revive, you are thematically coming out of the core of the Earth. The Earth had a collapse, had a disaster basically, and everybody fled underground. And now you are coming out in the center of this map with your people, and you're going to start explore this map. And as you're exploring the map, you'll be putting out buildings and houses and people and everything else. And there's a lot of scoring, obviously, that happens in this. But it all happens in a card play, almost kind of like Underwater Cities, where you're placing cards around your factions board. And the factions have really cool abilities. And you're getting more cards as you go that are better and everything else. But you're upgrading those card slots as you go with these little tokens. And so now if I put a yellow card here, I get it plus any yellow benefits that I've got there. So it's just got this really cool engine building thing while you're exploring this. It's just a fantastic game. Not to mention that it has a tech tree that I think scares off a lot of people because it doesn't look like tech trees, because it's basically a spiral, but it's just 3 different colors of tech trees in a spiral. They just overlap as they go. So it's if it was in 3 straight lines, everybody would be like, oh, I get it completely. But when it's like this, until you play it, you don't understand how important they are for one, but how they overlap together. So it's just a really cool game. I really like Revive. So that's my number 6. Last one on this half, number 93 on BGG.
I don't want to spoil anything, but you, sir, have the lowest ranked game on your top 10.
That's such a great game.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And the highest ranked, too. Just so you know.
Yes, you do. You have the highest and the lowest,
All right.
because I'm not going to include that one on my list.
You're not. Nope.
All right, well, that's that. That has been this has been our numbers 10 through 6 of our top 10 games on BGG's Top 100. The cool thing about it is that we've done our top 5 as well, and it's ready for you to go check out over on our channel, the Flipside of Board Games, and there is a link in the description below for you to make it easy to get on over there. So come join us over on the Flipside, check out our top 5. Before you do that, give us a like and subscribe here, drop a comment, see how it goes. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. So take care.
Take care. Go check out BGG.
That too.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.